Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Man Theory. This is the 18th episode of the 9th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, it was nice and simple. It was just literally Sheldon's birthday. He said that he never really celebrated it, as a kid, he had to share it with his twin. He never really had many friends, her friends would come around kind of picking him. And, ever since that day, he didn't really celebrate it, he don't really care for it. Now, obviously, the gang, they've turned around and Penny and said, look, mate, you got loads of friends now, all of us appreciate you. We live here, we've got other people that can come as well. Let's celebrate it, this time, in this stage in your life, you've got people that love you, and he agreed to it, and obviously brought people around. It was good to see old faces, kind of made him happy, he was entertained, he engaged, and it just ended up being a happy, fun episode, and we had some good cameos in there as well. So overall, it was a nice episode 17, and we can continue in with the good episodes, and hopefully today's is just as entertaining. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Okay, I gotta ask, why are you wearing a bow tie? I've never applied for a patent before.
Is the impression that your first name is Pee-wee?
I was gonna say, that's who he looks like.
Well, you're an engineer. End of joke. Burn.
See, he's not wearing a tie.
Well, he's a patent attorney. Maybe his tie is pending.
It seems like we've got everything we need to file a patent for your infinite persistence gyroscope. The legal team needs to review existing patents to avoid overlap.
Oh, I don't think there will be.
Yes, we did our own search, so.
That's nice, but I think ours might be a bit more thorough.
Get a load of this guy.
I just need you to review and sign this document acknowledging that you understand the university will own 75% of the patent.
75%? There's no chance.
75%?
Dr. Hofstetter, this university's been paying your salaries for over 10 years. Do you think we do that out of the goodness of our hearts? As far as Mr. Wolowitz is concerned, I'm afraid as a federal employee on loan from NASA, your name can be on the patent, but you're not entitled to an ownership share. Sometimes they give you a plaque.
Sorry, but we can't sign this.
Come on, let's go.
Thank you for your time.
A couple of questions about the plaque.
Mate, there's no chance I'll be signing that. They just want to put a patent for that, and the university claim a stake in all of it. And I'm pretty sure they could go somewhere else and do the patent pending. Like, that's actually a joke. And, his reasoning is because, oh, you work for us, and, we think you paid your salary, all this, that. Mate, of course, that's my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I discover something, I'm not giving you all of the money. Like, you should be getting the attention and the hype from me. You know what I mean? Like, it's basically saying if any worker in any company discovers something, then it should be the company's success. I kind of get what he's trying to say, but I totally disagree. You know what I mean? Especially in certain fields. Now, if it's, to be honest, I don't even know. Like, I personally think that if they've gone out there, because they do so much work in their own personal time. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even remember now if this was actually even found in the company building or whatever. It's like they done loads of research at home. I'm pretty sure the idea that Howard come up with was when he was sat in the bar drinking cocktails a couple of days ago. Like, what's that got to do anything in terms of the university? Like, I understand what they're trying to say, but I just think it's backwards, and there's no chance I would have signed that as well. And if they wanted me to sign something where the university could get some money, it'd be like 50-50 or something. There's no way that I'd be taking 75% of it.
Have you been having any morning sickness?
A little. And it doesn't help that I have this heightened sense of smell. The other day I sniffed out where Howie hid the Girl Scout cookies.
But now you'll be able to make your own milk to eat the cookies with.
I really appreciate you helping me with this. I don't know what to do.
Oh, sure, let me see it. See what?
I hadn't spoken to Emily since I broke up with her, and she left this on my doorstep with a note.
Raj, I got you this before we split up, but couldn't return it and thought you'd like to have it. Happy belated Valentine's Day, Emily.
You know, on Game of Thrones, Balon Greyjoy received his son's genitals in a box.
Mate, that was mad.
Oh, never hurts to have a spare.
Antique sextant. Sailors use these to find their positions by the stars.
That is exactly what I would have gotten you if I had any idea what it is or what you do.
I have too much self-esteem to let this girl guilt me into getting back together with her.
Don't need to be pregnant to smell that load of crap.
What if we go around the university and just get the patent ourselves?
We can't. It says on their website, as long as we work there, they have a controlling ownership of anything we come up with.
Well, our choices are we do this with the university or we
Or
don't
they
do it.
quit.
Either way,
Oh, you
I do
quit?
nothing.
If we end up making money from this, Sheldon and I could split our shares with you.
You guys would be cool doing it like that?
Of course. We split any profits 3 ways.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, great.
It sounds like a contract might be in order.
Sure, we could write something up.
But which one of us should be the party?
You can do it, Sheldon.
So stipulated.
Once I found a stash of contracts under his bed, it was weird.
I mean, what's the difference though? You know, if 3 of them was just going to take a 25% share between them, cut 3 ways, you know what I mean? Like, they would have made, what, like 8% each, roughly, 7.5, whatever, I don't know, roughly around there. What's the difference between them just taking 25% between 2 of them and then splitting it 3 ways again? It's just the same. Like, are they going to go back to the university now and accept the deal that they just rejected a minute ago? I mean, at least Howard's now confirmed to have a bit of the share because the university just said that he wouldn't have had any, but it's literally the same position it was. They offered him 25%. They said no. Now they're going to take the 25%, it seems, but split it his way. And it's good that they're drafting up a contract, if I'm being totally honest, because he's technically not entitled to anything in terms of them giving it him. If they made absolute bank, they could hold it. I mean, being a good friend, you would give it, you know what I mean? But you never know, mate. Sometimes when money's involved in people's lives, it changes them.
Doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, and beauty's on the inside. Size doesn't matter. How much she spent?
Oh my.
Oh, come on. You can't say, oh my, and then not tell me.
These things go for $500 and up.
She drops off a $500 gift and she's not trying to get back together with you. Just be strong. And if she starts to cry, don't make any promises. And most importantly, to put it on speaker so we can hear.
Hello?
Hey, it's Emily. Is this a good time? Was it okay I left that gift? I'm really hoping we can be friends.
Maybe.
Do you think you'd want to grab a cup of coffee?
It's taking too long to answer.
I'm sorry. I seem to be taking an annoying amount of time deciding how I feel about this.
It's not like I lost a friend. It's like I lost my best friend.
He's going to say yeah.
Sorry.
But that's not your problem. That's mine.
Goodbye, Emily.
He actually done well on that. I thought he was going to cave.
That was rough, you guys.
I know, but you did it. I'm so proud of you.
I feel like being alone right now. Thank you.
Do you reckon he's going to go outside and call her back?
Say hi to Emily for us.
Will do.
Yeah, I knew it.
This contract looks good to me.
I'll say it looks good. It's in my proprietary font, Shelvetica.
One sec, I just need to sign this contract.
What is it?
Well, we're getting into a problem about my share of the patent, so we're forming a partnership to split anything we make equally.
Sheldon, did you draft the contract?
You bet I did.
Gonna sign this without having a lawyer look at it?
Excuse me? I've been drafting contracts since kindergarten. Didn't need a lawyer to get me out of finger painting. Don't need one now.
Well, thing was your idea.
Well, to be fair, Howard's idea was based on Sheldon's math.
Guys, everyone is involved in this. Okay? Howard's invention, Sheldon's math, my original theory that space-time was like a super cold liquid, which I'm sure Penny would have mentioned if she wasn't working on that hangnail right now.
Can I talk to you in the hall?
Just want to make sure you've thought this through.
What's to think about? We have an invention and want to move forward.
About to form a legal partnership with Sheldon Cooper.
All right, if you're going to calmly make excellent points, then I don't know if I want to talk to you. I can take care of myself.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about me. About Sheldon driving you crazy more than you already do.
Here we go with the ironclad logic again. Is the fetus helping you? Because that's cheating.
No, I understand the point, but like he was just saying there, yeah, is just say that contract sways into him getting nothing out of it. Let's just say he does the social network, Mark Zuckerberg, and absolutely does his mate in of all of the money. Now, obviously, if you didn't know that was what happened with the social network and Mark Zuckerberg, then spoiler. But if you didn't know, that's on you, mate, because it's been out for time and the social network's a great film. You should watch it and see how he does all and screws all his mates over and steals the idea of Facebook. Mad. However, if you look at this, like he was just basically saying then, if he doesn't sign that contract, he has no stake in that at all. You know what I mean? Like, the university are not going to give him anything. They're going to give him a plaque. You know what I mean? Like, And that's the same kind. Do you know what? I just gone back to the Facebook thing. Like, technically, the guys that actually created Facebook, they've got like a little plaque as well. You know, like if you went on, go on Wikipedia now, even though you can't trust Wikipedia for everything because anyone can write it, but it's facts anyway. So it is facts. Go to just Wikipedia and type it in, and you'll see the founders of Facebook. There's two guys there that literally have got like no net worth at all from England. They got no money like from net worth from Facebook, but they're the founders of it. You know, it was something that obviously got settled, and it's actually crazy. That's technically like their plaque. They're down there as a plaque for the Facebook, but they got nothing out of it apart from Mark Zuckerberg chilling with his hundreds of billions or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But like, this is best chance of getting something. You know, Sheldon's drafted it up. You got hope that your friend is actually your friend and he's giving you something out of it. Because if you go with the university path, you know what I mean, and the way they want to present it, you're getting nothing. So this is their best option. But Sheldon, like, I'm going to counter Sheldon when he's saying, I've been drafting contracts all my time, blah, 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 whatever he was waffling. When Priya come in, she found loads of loopholes and loads of clauses. You know, that was incorrect. You know, when Leonard was there in the apartment, she was a lawyer. She literally pulled it apart and she kind of used it against Sheldon. So no matter what, he can write his contracts and he can do what he does and he can think that it's the best. But like, if you got somebody true professional in there to dissect it and go into every fine and minute detail and fine comb it, I bet they could get loads of stuff out of it and say that this ain't right, that's hearsay, do you know what I mean? That's subjective, etc.
How are you?
Oh, no way. Forgot about it.
Really good. Well, I don't know why I said really good. I'm just regular good. So, what's up?
Well, last time we talked, I had just gotten back together with my boyfriend, and I wanted to let you know that things didn't work out. I'm almost off work. What are you doing now?
Stopping by to see my ex-girlfriend because she's having a tough time, but it's not like we're getting back together or anything.
The worst part about breaking up is that she doesn't have her best friend to talk to anymore.
That's exactly what she said. How do you know that?
I'm a girl. It's like page 1 out of the playbook.
Chance you could send me a PDF of that playbook?
I'm a little concerned about the three of us forming a partnership.
Are you suggesting a limited liability corporation? Because I did not LLC that coming.
Sheldon, my concern is not with the money or anything. It's with how you treat me.
Well, I believe I'm treating you generously.
Are you saying that his contributions aren't as valuable as yours?
No, I am not saying that because I kept saying that this morning and Leonard said stop saying that.
What if Sheldon had no choice but to be respectful? Saying is you could add a clause to the contract that he can't make fun of Howard.
I mean, that is a kind of a good get around, isn't it?
I'm on board.
I'll add it right now. Oh, baby, it's addendum time.
I'm not sure it's a good idea that I come over.
Okay, I understand.
No, please don't cry.
Okay, I'll stop.
I was just really looking forward to seeing you. I'm having such a rough day.
Emily, listen.
Mate, his head is all over.
I needed a friend. What do you think is happening here?
Call you right back.
Wow, that is a lot of whereupons.
You should see the Valentine's Day card he gave me.
Pertains to this project, Dr. Sheldon Cooper promises to abstain from all insulting or disrespectful language directed toward Howard Wolowitz.
Hang on, maybe there should be a no insult clause about me, too.
Do you still like cilantro?
Yeah?
Yo, you're tying my hands here.
25% of profits due to Sheldon Cooper will be allocated to a scholarship fund for the firstborn child of Howard and Bernadette Walloway.
Mate, that's well good.
Sheldon, that's so nice.
The onesie I was gonna get them from Baby Cap.
Oh, I've always valued education over money. And the very fact that you needed a written guarantee of respect made me realize how dismissive I've been of your contributions. And I just hope that this scholarship can rescue your child from the subpar education and menial life of an engineer.
Sheldon!
What? I didn't sign it yet.
See, in that contract, he needs to write that he can only not make fun of him in the environment where they doing work on that project. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that you can't make fun of him ever again, because that is boring, mate. Honestly, you wouldn't want that, would you? Like, he's talking about he doesn't know if he wants to go into work with him, and you know, you would do a sub clause in there, like, you know, I won't make fun of you or anything like that while we're working on this project.
All right, it's your life. But you know how this is gonna end.
As a matter of fact, I do. I'm going to comfort her because I'm a caring and decent friend who's happy to be there when she needs someone to talk to.
Good dog.
Actually, so obvious though, wasn't it? Like, from a that viewer point of view, and well, to be honest, that girl that was calling him and everybody else who was in the room when he was on the phone, they knew that was actually going to happen, because as soon as we got the clip of Emily and she was talking normal, and then you could tell that she was just putting on the sad waterworks. And potentially they're getting back together. And to be honest, whether he's getting back with Emily or he's getting with this blonde girl, like, that's kind of what I want. Because I've said it many times before, it's not who he's with, it's the fact that I don't want him to be sad. And that is my wish for Raj, you know what I mean? So if we're going to get him in a relationship, regardless of whoever it's with, as long as he's not sad and depressed, Raj, and he's happy, fun, and going out with somebody, then I'm all game for it, you know what I mean? So we'll have to see in the next few episodes. I wonder if he calls the girl back and she's like, told you, mate, I knew that was going to happen. And I actually totally forgot that she was in the show, to be honest. She did have a boyfriend, and like I said, she just broke up with him. It's interesting, honestly, it really is, because Raj did try and break up with Emily at the end of last season. Then he obviously broke it with her this season, and now he's he slept with her. I don't know if he's going to be, but you call it a one-night stand? Like, what would you actually call one-night stands? A one-night stand, somebody that you've only ever just met kind of like one time, or like you've never actually slept with before. Do you know what I mean? So, for example, when Raj and Penny potentially slept with each other, that would have been a one-night stand, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? But like, if he slept with Emily bare times before in the past, do you know what I mean? And he broke up and then they got together and he slept with her for one time and then obviously never went forward. Is that a one-night stand or not? I'm just asking for myself, and that's something that's just popped in my head. I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I always just thought like one-night stand was like sleeping with someone that you didn't know all one time and done and never do it again. But if you get back with your ex, or you do it with somebody that you've done many times before, like, what is that actually about? It's going to be interesting to see it. Like I said, I want him to be happy, Raj, and if it's going to be with Emily or this girl, I'm all for it. I just don't want him to be sad in the early stages of like we was in the show when he was everybody else in a relationship and he wasn't, and it kind of made him upset. That was Raj that I wasn't, not a fan of, but, you know, I would much rather it be in this situation here. So he's got two girls potentially wanting to be with him now. Maybe that's something that we go forward with. Confusing, because his head was all messed up this episode. You know, should I go, should I stay? Do you know what I mean? Should I go, should I stay? Should I go over there and see her, or should I see Emily? Do you know what I mean? Or should I say no to them both? His head was all confused and he went to her. But it'd be interesting to see if there was two people interested in him, how crazy and mad his head would be, and he wouldn't know. Like I said, do you know what I mean? He's an affectionate guy. As soon as the water was come on, he was there. As soon as it was stopped, no, he's back over. So, mate, it's going to be interesting to see how Raj finishes the season. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, I mean, it was interesting, to be honest. You know, the university tried to take 75% of all profits of their idea, and I think that they're going to accept it now. You know, I don't really know the other way around it. They were saying basically in their contract, so that is something that they've signed. So, again, you can't really be mad. I was saying earlier on at the start of the episode that, you know, it's crazy really, like they'd be taking all of that, but if it's in their contracts that stipulates that when they first sign up to the university, then they've technically not done anything wrong, to be honest, is it? And they refused it at first, but now obviously they're going to sign it. And I understand the concern that Bernadette was potentially saying about Sheldon, him drafting up a contract, and you know, like I was talking about the Facebook film, you could potentially be cut out of all you know, proceedings and all that stuff. And on the other flip side, though, it was that the university didn't want to acknowledge that Howard had anything to do with it. It was all part of being Leonard and, you know, Sheldon. And big up Sheldon, progression, you know, again, moving and talking about early stages of the show. He didn't want to share his work or research with anybody, did he? You know, do you remember that time when him and Leonard was on a paper and he didn't want to go to the convention and Leonard did, and then he turned up and he had a fight? You know, that was crazy as well. He's progressed a long way and he's willing to acknowledge that Howard is part of it and he's helped him as well. And obviously he was saying that, you know, his contributions wasn't as much, you know, and he said that Leonard kept telling him to stop saying that. But the fact that he's willing to draft up a contract and do it for him, and you know, it was nice as well, the stipulation that he added the clause. So if they are going to accept it from the university, that means that they're only going to get 25% between them. That means that it's about 8.33% each. He's stipulating the clause in there that he's going to give 25% of his share into a college fund as well for their baby. So if you think about it, Sheldon's not even going to get 8.33%. Do you know what I mean? Let's just say he, out of every $100, you know, he made 8.3. Now, 2.5% of that basically is going to go to somebody else as well, 25%, so to speak. So it's going to be interesting to see if it actually does kick off, because this is all potential, you know what I mean? And I do want it to kick on, to be honest. I do want Sheldon to get some sort of success. You know, he's been acknowledged about certain things here and there in his awards, and he nearly got the chemical element that he found. But if you look at it, he's apparently the smartest and out of everybody, but he hasn't really done anything that crazy yet. You know what I mean? And are we going to ever get the Nobel Prize, or are we not? I don't know, but I would like them, especially as a team, as a free duo, a free piece, you know what I mean, a trio, to go on and actually smash it and do the research and get the rewards after all the hard work. And it will be nice to see. And, you know, hopefully we see the progression of it later this season or starting the next. It'd be nice. And like I said, you know, setting up that clause for the baby was really good for Sheldon and showing that he's actually in there as a team player. And like he said, he's not really in it for the money as well. It's all about the education. It's all about the sciences. And I bet if you could offer Sheldon, you know, a big chunk of money to give to himself or an accolade in the science field, he would pick the accolade because he absolutely loves science, doesn't he? So I do believe him on that one as well. But that was a nice touch, good contract as well, and hopefully it's successful for them. If you did enjoy today's episode, please smash like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.